system that move blood around our body. Its main job is to deliver oxygen and nutrients to our cells and remove waste like carbon dioxide. The system is very important because without blood circulation, our organs cannot function properly. The cardiovascular system has three main components. First is the heart. The heart works like a pump. It continuously pumps blood throughout the body. Second is the blood vessel, which include arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Veins bring blood back to the heart, and capillaries are very tiny vessels where oxygens and nutrients are exchanged. The third component is blood. Blood carries oxygens, fight infections, and helps in blood clotting. Some important medical terms related to this system include cardio, which means heart, any or vaso, which means blood vessels, and hemo, which refers to the blood. The cardiovascular system has several important functions. It transports oxygen and nutrients, removes waste, regulates body temperature, and also protects the body through white blood cells and blood clotting. There are also diseases related to the system. For example, atherosclerosis, which happens when fatty plaque build up in the arteries, and the second one is myocardial infarction or heart attack, when blood flow to the heart is blocked. In terms of treatment, patients may take medication like blood pressure or cholesterol drugs, or undergo procedures such as angioplasty or bypass surgery. Some common disorders include hypertension, which is high blood pressure, and arrhythmia, which is an abnormal heart rhythm.
Heart is located in the thoracic cavity between the two lungs. The heart is a small, hollow muscular organ that functions as a pump to circulate blood throughout the body. It is protected by the pericardium, which surrounds the heart. The superior vena cava and aorta are the major blood vessels connected to the heart, carrying the oxygenated and oxygenated blood. The lungs lie on either side of the heart, with the left lung slightly compressed due to the heart's position. Below the heart is the diaphragm, which forms the floor of the thoracic cavity. The heart has 4 chambers, the right and left atria on top and the right and left ventricles below. The oxygenated below enters the right atrium and is pumped to the lungs, while oxygenated blood returns to the left side and is pumped through the aorta to the rest of the body. The coronary arteries on the surface supply oxygen to the heart muscle. This shows a cross-section of the heart with 4 chambers. The oxygenated blood enters the right side, is sent to the lungs and returns oxygenated to the left side. The left ventricle then pumps oxygenated blood through the aorta to the rest of body, with valves ensuring one-way blood flow. First, we have the parental pericardium. Think of this as the outer fiber sac. Its primary job is to surround and protect the heart from its surroundings. Moving inward, we find the visceral pericardium. This is the inner layer of the pericardium. Interestingly, it also forms the actual outer surface of the heart itself. When we refer to it as the heart's outer layer, we call it the epicardium. Finally, between these two layers, there is a space containing pericardial fluid. This fluid acts as a vital lubricant, preventing friction and allowing the heart to beat smoothly without irritation. The myocardium is the heart muscle that beats continuously, so it needs a constant supply of oxygen and nutrition as well as efficient waste removal. This supply is provided by the coronary arteries, which deliver oxygen-rich blood to the myocardium. If this blood flow is disrupted, the affected heart muscle can die. The veins then remove waste products from the myocardium, helping the heart function properly.
Next, I will explain the walls, chambers, and valves of heart. First, the walls of heart consist of 3 layers. The epicardium is the outermost layer. It protects the heart and helps reduce friction as the heart beats. The myocardium is the middle layer and is the thickest. It is made of cardiac muscle and is responsible for pumping blood. The endocardium is the innermost layer. It lines the heart chambers and valve, providing a smooth surface for blood flow. Next, the heart has 4 chambers, which are divided into the arteria and ventricles. The arteria are the 2 upper chambers. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body, while the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs. The ventricles are the 2 lower chambers. The right ventricle pumps blood to the lungs, and the left ventricle pumps blood to the rest of the body. The left ventricle has thicker layer because it pumps blood at higher pressure. Lastly, the heart has 4 valves that ensure blood flows in one direction. The tricuspid valve is between the right atrium and the right ventricle. The pulmonary valve is between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. The mitral valve is between the left atrium and left ventricle. The aorta valve is between the left ventricle and the aorta. In conclusion, the walls, chambers, and valves work together to ensure efficient blood circulation throughout the body.
Now, I will explain about systemic and pulmonary circulation. These two systems work together to deliver oxygen to the body and remove waste products. First is pulmonary circulation. This circulation involves the flow of blood between the heart and the lungs. The oxygenated blood is pumped from the right ventricle through the pulmonary arteries to the lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is removed and oxygen is added to the blood. The oxygenated blood then returns to the heart through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium. Next is systemic circulation. This circulation supplies blood to all parts of the body except the lungs. Oxygenated blood is pumped from the left ventricle into the arteries and delivered to body tissues. After oxygen is used by the cells, the deoxygenated blood returns to the heart through the veins and enters the right atrium. Together, these two circulation systems ensure the body receives enough oxygen and functions properly.
Explaining about the blood vessels and blood pressure. First, let's look at the types of blood vessels. There are three main types, which are arteries, capillaries, and veins. Arteries are blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to different parts of the body. Because blood is pumped directly from the heart, arteries have a thick, strong, and elastic walls. This allows them to withstand high pressure and maintain smooth blood flow. Next are capillaries, which are the smallest and most numerous blood vessels in the body. Capillaries connect arteries to the veins. Their main function is to allow the exchange of oxygen, nutrients, and hormones from the blood to the body cells and circulate waste products such as carbon dioxide. Capillary walls are extremely thin, which makes this exchange process efficient. The third one is veins. Veins carry oxygen pour blood back to the heart. Unlike arteries, veins experience lower pressure, so their walls are thinner. Veins also contain valves which prevent blood from flowing backward, especially when blood is moving against gravity, such as from the legs back to the heart. Now let's talk about pulse. Pulse refers to the rhythmic beating felt in the arteries when the heart pumps blood. Each pulse represents one heartbeat. Pulse can usually be felt at places where arteries are close to the skin, such as wrist or neck. By checking the pulse, we can measure a person's heart rate and assess how well the heart is functioning. Moving on to blood pressure. Blood pressure is the force exerted by blood against the wall of the arteries as the heart pumps. It is an important indicator of cardiovascular heart and is measured using two numbers, which are systolic and diastolic. Systolic pressure is the higher value and represents the pressure in the arteries when the heart contracts and pumps blood. The second one is diastolic pressure. This is the lower value and indicates the pressure in the arteries where the heart relaxes between the beats. In conclusion, arteries, capillaries, and veins work together to ensure blood circulates efficiently throughout the body. Pulse and blood pressure help us to understand how effectively the heart is pumping blood and maintaining healthy circulation.
Blood is composed of two main components, which are plasma and foam element. Plasma is the liquid portion of blood and contains nutrients, hormones, and waste products. Serum is a plasma without clotting factor, while fibrinogen is a plasma protein that plays an important role in blood clotting. Erythrocytes, or as known as red blood cells, are produced in the red bone marrow. Their main function is to transport oxygen to body tissue. They contain hemoglobin, which is oxygen-carrying protein pigment that enables efficient oxygen delivery throughout the body. Thrombocytes, also known as platelets, are the smallest foam element in the blood. They play a crucial part in blood clotting by helping to stop bleeding when blood vessels are damaged. Overall, blood function to transport the oxygen and nutrient, remove waste products, support the immune system, and maintain normal psychological balance in the body.